Hi guys, I'm Erin and welcome back to my YouTube channel. On today's episode, I have one very important question for you. Do you know where your food comes from? We're going to talk about local foods and the importance of eating locally in order to promote sustainability and just all around good health. You guys might remember from the first video that if you eat meat, your carbon footprint increases dramatically. But what you might not know is that eating a lot of healthy foods can actually be really bad for your carbon footprint. Things like avocados and bananas have to be shipped really far distances in order to get to places like Scotland. And shipping them, you have to use a plane, you have to use trains, you have to use everything to get these fruits from one place to the other, and that's going to use carbon. When you have to heat them so that they ripen, that's going to use carbon. So even though these foods are healthy for you, they're not healthy for your carbon footprint. Just because something says it's organic doesn't mean it's better for you. Case in point, these bananas are labeled organic, even though they come from the Dominican Republic. The word that you guys should be looking out for is local. Be that something at a farmer's market, or farm-to-table service, or a co-op website, or even food that is in your local grocery store. Another thing to consider is seasonality. I'm going to include a link in the bio that talks about what produce is in season in the UK at this very moment. Most importantly, do your research. It's really easy to Google where and when farmers markets are in your area, as well as what restaurants source their food locally. So make sure you take the time to do your research before you go out and purchase all kinds of foods. After doing my own research, my friend and I decided to go test out a few of the restaurants and cafes in Edinburgh that source their food locally. Our first stop was Henderson's Cafe, which creates vegetarian and vegan meals from locally sourced foods that are organic and also seasonal. Our second stop was Urban Angel, where we got locally sourced brunch. It tasted just as good as it looks. As a millennial, I like to do a lot of things online, and when I was doing research today, I actually stumbled across a website created by the Edinburgh Community Food Project, where they actually source foods locally and deliver them straight to your door, just like Amazon. So it's actually a really cool project, and I'm going to be taking part of it today, so you guys get to watch me as I order my first basket of food from them. So right now you guys are looking at the order form that you get when you sign up for this program. So I'm just going to go through and prepare my order that I'm going to be getting for the next 2 weeks roughly. For the next fortnight. Ooh, blackberries. I definitely want some of those. Ooh, it looks like cherries are out of season, so we'll not be getting any cherries. What the hell is a gooseberry? So another really great thing that this company does is ready-made meals, where everything that you need for these recipes is already put together, including like the spices that you need and even the grains. So I'm actually going to order one of those just to test it out and see how I like it. Notice on here how cheap the prices are too. Eating locally is really good on the wallet, especially for students like me who really do want to eat healthy but can't afford necessarily to eat at some of the really high-end grocery stores.
The next day.
Today my food box was delivered, so let's go through it. First off, we have 2 dozen eggs that are farm fresh and free range. Then we have a head of broccoli, a bag of spinach, some carrots, a lot of onions, a bag of potatoes, a head of cauliflower, some strawberries, some blackberries that even say that they're Scottish on them. And now we'll go through the ready-made meal, which comes with the recipe, celery, butternut squash, eggplant, a bag of couscous, some canned tomatoes, a can of chickpeas, garlic, veggie stock, dried apricots, and most importantly, the mixed bag of spices. Thanks guys for watching my YouTube channel. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. I'll include links down below for the different websites I've talked about today, restaurants in Edinburgh that source their food locally, and again, the seasonal foods. It's good to know what's going in your body, and especially where that food is coming from. It's as easy as that. I'll see you guys next week. My Fortnite shop. For my Fortnite. That could be like, are you a millennial? You use the word Fortnite.
No, it is British.